Hi, everybody. Today is the beginning of Module 4, the final 2 weeks of the class. So we are in the home stretch. Thank you for all of your hard work throughout all of the modules. The topics of this module will continue us into the geometry that's done in middle school. And the end of module assignment is really a culminating paper that will allow you to synthesize everything you've done in modules 1, 2, 3, and this current one in module 4 to put it together into one synthesis paper. This module, as I said, is going to focus on the geometry concepts, some of the geometry concepts that are done in middle school. The readings are kind of broken up into two sections. There's a set of readings that are about area, volume, and surface area, which is one of the major focus areas of geometry in sixth grade and seventh grade. Then there is a set of readings that have to do with circles, which is one of the figures, the characteristics of which are studied in middle school. And then there are some activities that relate to transformations. Geometric transformations are something that is also part of the middle school standards. There are only two discussion threads for this particular module because the end of module assignment is a little bit longer and I wanted to give you more time to work on those particular ones. So the first thread relates to the first set of readings, the second thread relates to the second set of readings, and then the third set of readings and transformations does not have a discussion thread, but you can use what you learn from these interactives and from the readings here in your learning journal and or your end of module assignment. There is a pacing guide in calendar form. You'll notice what I did was kind of front load all of the readings and discussion threads in the very first week. So you had a maximum amount of time to work on the geometric instruction synthesis paper, which is the end of module assignment for module 4. At the very bottom of the module 4 page is the description of what you will need to have in your narrative paper, as well as a rubric that shows the scoring guide and details the points that you can earn for each element of the geometry synthesis paper. The final grades have to be turned in, put into Blackboard by me 2 days within 48 hours of the end of the course. So for this particular assignment, it is really imperative that all of them get turned in on time because there is not a lot of turnaround time for me to be able to grade and put your final grades into Blackboard. As I mentioned earlier, there are just two discussion forum threads for this particular module. So that way you have more time to work on the end of module synthesis paper. And there is the one learning journal that has to be done at the end. After we have about a week done in the module, I'll post a little bit more information to kind of guide you on the geometry synthesis paper. However, the description at the bottom of the module 4 page really tells you everything you need to know about that paper. One of the main things I will say is this really, because it is a synthesis paper, the idea is that you are pulling together everything you have done throughout all of the modules. So that narrative paper that you wrote at the end of module 1 and the comparison that you wrote for module 2 and the 3D family tree that you made for module 3, all of those things are things you should reflect on as you make this narrative paper that synthesizes everything that you have learned about geometry instruction. Email me if you have any questions and have a great week.